Rachel and Eli arrive at their new home, a modest house on the edge of town, embraced by woods. Rachel smiles, her optimism a beacon against Eli's quiet contemplation of their new surroundings. In the living room, Eli sits, lost in hushed whispers to an unseen presence. From the kitchen, Rachel watches, her face a canvas of amusement and worry. Eli bursts into laughter, as if sharing a private joke with his silent companion. Rachel calls out, breaking the silence. "Who are you talking to, buddy?" Eli answers, "The quiet man. He listens to me." In the dim light, Rachel lovingly tucks Eli into bed, her touch gentle. Ellis' innocent question pierces the quiet. "Mommy, do you know the quiet man's name too?" Rachel freezes, a sudden chill washing over her as she asks, "What name, Eli?" Eli whispers, "He said you already know. He said you hear him when it's quiet." In the dead of night, Rachel lies awake, the silence of the house broken only by a faint, unsettling breathing. Fear grips Rachel as the breathing grows louder, invading the stillness of the room. Rachel's terrified expression reflects the growing dread. Rachel lies in bed, sleep evading her after a long shift at the clinic. A heavy silence blankets the house, broken only by soft, deep breathing that is not her own. She sits up, holding her breath, as dread and confusion wash over her. Rachel bursts into Ellis' room, finding him sitting upright in bed, fixated on the closet. Eli, calm but serious, warns, "Don't open the closet, Mommy. Hez standing there tonight." Rachel kneels beside Eli, reassuring him. "There's nothing there." Ellis' voice drops, a chilling calm in his words. "He says you're wrong. Hez just being polite because you're looking." Bathed in the gentle light of late afternoon, Rachel sits on her bed, her voice trembling as she records a voice memo. Her words echo with mounting dread. "The quiet man used to live in the closet, but now he likes walking around at night." Rachel tenderly tucks Eli into bed, her touch lingering as she smooths the covers around him. Standing outside Ellis' door, Rachel listens intently, her brow furrowed with concern. A faint, unsettling whisper drifts from within, its words indistinct and chilling. Rachel's breath hitches, and fear consumes her as she realizes Eli is not alone. In the quiet of Eli's bedroom, Rachel sets up the baby monitor, her movements shadowed by a dim nightlight. A wave of unease washes over Rachel as she adjusts the monitor, directing it towards Ellis' bed and closet. The room is dimly lit, casting long shadows that dance around the sleeping Eli. Rachel lies awake, her eyes glued to the baby monitor, anxiety tightening her chest. The screen flickers ominously, and at 2:08 a.m., the feed distorts, revealing a chilling anomaly. In the shadowy corner of Ellis' room, a tall, gaunt figure materializes, motionless and silent. Rachel remains frozen, her blood turning to ice as she stares at the spectral intruder. The silence breaks as static fades on the baby monitor, revealing Eli sitting upright in bed. Ellis' unreadable expression deepens the room's unsettling stillness. Sunlight filters into the attic as Rachel tentatively steps into the dusty space, the air thick with forgotten memories. Rachel sifts through the relics of past lives, the attic holding on to secrets. Beneath a pile of forgotten belongings, Rachel discovers a leather-bound journal. The journal whispers of a resident who vanished, their story now held within its aged pages. Sorting clothes in the laundry room, I feel an unexpected chill that raises goosebumps on my arms. Looking up, my eyes fix on a hatch in the ceiling-gan attic I never knew existed. An inexplicable pull tugs at me, beckoning me to explore the hidden space above. I pull down the ladder and climb into the dim, dusty attic. Cobwebs cling as I move deeper into the shadows. I find a dusty, water-stained box. In the warm glow of a kitchen lamp, I sit, absorbed in Margaret Ridge's journal. A family drawing on the fridge reveals a looming, faceless figure, a chilling addition. Anna has made a new friend. She calls him Mr. Gray. "He doesn't speak," she says, "but he listens. Always listens." "Who's that, honey?" The quiet man wanted to be in it. Rachel dials Hannah Ridge, Margaret's sister, her heart pounding with anticipation. Hannah's voice echoes with a chilling warning. "Has your son started talking to corners yet?" Rachel confirms, her voice trembling. "Yes." The urgency escalates as Hannah's voice rings with terror. "You need to leave. We never found Anna." Rachel's stomach plummets as the line goes dead, leaving her in silence. In the dead of night, Eli sleepwalks, standing motionless outside Rachel's door, his eyes wide open but distant. Rachel's gentle touch breaks the silence as she reaches out to Eli, who turns slowly, his expression vacant. Eli whispers, "He says the attic is his room now. He wants you to stop looking through his stuff." Unfazed, Eli turns and walks back to bed, leaving Rachel in stunned silence as the unseen presence makes its claim. In Dr. Henry Lambert's office, the air hangs heavy with untold stories, every book a silent witness to mysteries unknown. I ask, have you ever heard of anything like this before? Dr. Lambert's voice drops to a somber tone. Not only have I heard of it, I've seen it documented. The indigenous tribes in the area had a name for it. They called it Unexplained. Roughly translated, the listener in the stillness. It appears to them first, earns their trust, then waits until the adults notice, and that's when it turns. Dr. Lambert retrieves a folder filled with haunting echoes of the past. Maps, police reports, missing children, and cryptic symbols. The house you are in now? That land was once the site of a settler's chapel. Dr. Lambert begins, his voice low. The chapel burned down after a child went missing during a sermon, he continues, the room growing colder with each word. The parents said. He was whispering to someone beside him. Your house was built right on top of the ashes, Dr. Lambert reveals, sealing their fate. Returning home, I am greeted by an unsettling silence, a stillness that hangs heavy in the air. Suddenly, darkness engulfs the house as all the lights extinguish, heightening the sense of dread. The ominous breathing returns, now chillingly close, confirming the entity is in the same room. A wave of immediate danger washes over me, the entity's presence growing, threatening to consume. Rachel lights a candle, the flame reflecting the nervous energy filling the dimly lit room. The silence is broken by Ellis' voice. He wants you to say his name now, Mommy. Say it, or hell take you instead. Rachel walks down the hall, a growing unease settling in her stomach. Ellis' bed is empty, the sheets tangled. Her heart pounds as she peers into the slightly ajar closet door. The air chills. I see my breath clouding in front of me. In the hallway mirror, a silhouette stands behind me. It is not a man. The silhouette's arms are too long, its head bent at an unnatural angle, its mouth stretched wide. I whirl around. The figure has vanished. Ellie crees. Hess mad. You saw him too soon. Rachel, flashlight in hand, races into the dim basement. Behind the old boiler, a hidden scene in the concrete hints at secrets concealed below. With a surge of determination, she pries open the trapdoor, revealing a dark abyss. She descends into the unknown, greeted by the chilling sense of earth and decay. The underground chamber is shrouded in darkness, with only Rachel's flashlight revealing the strange symbols etched into the walls. In the center of the room, Eli stands motionless within a circle of ash, his eyes vacant and staring blankly ahead. The air is heavy with dread as Eli whispers, "He says I belong here now." Rachel steps forward, disrupting the protective circle. The earth trembles violently as a shadowy figure rises from the ground, its form indistinct and terrifying. A piercing scream echoes as I shout Ellis' name, shattering the circle of ash. A horrible shriek pierces the air as the creature retreats, its emergence violently aborted. Weeks later, Rachel sits alone in her new apartment, seeking peace. She whispers, "It's over." Rachel burns the journal, determined to extinguish the ghosts of the past. Rachel deletes the footage, erasing every digital trace of the haunting memories. But I can't shake the feeling of being watched and listened to. In their new apartment, Rachel finds Eli at a small table, absorbed in his drawings under the soft glow of a lamp. Eli draws their family with simple, smiling faces, but a fourth figure lurks in the corner, smaller and less defined. Rachel asks softly, "Who's that, sweetie?" Eli replies calmly, "He followed us, but don't worry, he's not mad anymore. He just wants to watch." Rachel forces a smile, though Eli's words leave her deeply disturbed. Rachel stands in the dimly lit bedroom, her eyes darting nervously around the room. She records a voice memo, her voice a strained whisper. "It's 2:16 a.m. I heard whispering again, coming from Eli's room. When I opened the door, he was asleep. But the whispering stopped the moment I stepped in, like it knew I was there." Her voice cracks with fear as she whispers, "God, what if I didn't save him? What if I just brought it with us?" Rachel stands before the mirror, her gaze unwavering. A fleeting, sinister presence lurks behind her reflection. It vanishes as quickly as it appears. Terror grips Rachel as she stares back at her own reflection.